It's vivid, I'm living up in this nightmare.
Who is that?
You see it?
It's vivid, I'm living up in this nightmare.
Yeah.
Bring it back. It's vivid, I'm living up in this nightmare. We're killing them after cuffing, it's quite fair. Democratic, Republican fight, yeah. I'm living up in this nightmare. Nightmare.
I don't wanna wait.
It's vivid, I'm living up in this nightmare. Nightmare.
I wanna know right now that you
It's
are
vivid,
here.
I'm living up in this nightmare.
JGiddins,
It's vivid, I'm living up in this nightmare. Yeah. What's up, guys? It is none other than your boy JGiddins, the father. As usual, I want to remind you guys to be positive, optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle, as those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited into your future. As you guys know, again, my name is JGiddins. I'm the father of 4 children, 3 girls and 1 junior. And it's my goal to do video content and just to live my life in a way that promotes fatherhood, promotes parenthood, and just promotes and supports like the healthy raising of children in general. So today's video, I guess I would title "How to Be a Great Father," or how to be a good father. How I really just want to do a video where I just have a conversation or talk with you guys while referencing some brief notes that I wrote down about what I think it would take to make a good father or a great father, or just starting a conversation around it. Hopefully that would be a healthy discussion and we can sort of figure that out. So the first thing that I would like to talk about when I talk to you guys about how to be a great father is to try. I think number one is trying, and that's where our perception of what being a father is and our value as being a father comes in, because you won't really want to try or have the motivation to try in a scenario where you don't know what your value is as a father. So I think trying or educating yourself on educating yourself on what your situation is, what your scenario is, and how to get out of it, and communicating is going to be the first thing that you want to do when we say try. I also wrote down essential, as it will determine your level of it'll determine your level of persistence. So in short, how much you educate yourself and how confident you feel in your decision making when making decisions as a father and acting as a father, it will make you make better decision making, or make you have better decision making when it comes to your children and making decisions revolving around your children. Number 2, I would say understand the value of a father. So I sort of jumped the gun on that when I was saying that you should try as step number 1, and you need to know your value in order to try. But I put knowing the value of your father there because I think that is essential. Like, that is probably one of the main reasons why you have a lot of what I guess you would call deadbeat dads, or a lot of fathers who people beat down and say don't try enough. I think a lot of it is because they don't understand their value as a father, and they don't know where they fit in. So number 1, I would say know your role as a father in the creation of life, right? So a lot of times, the degradation of the father's value in the bringing of a child into the world happens and takes place. A lot of times, fathers are just not seen as valuable. You'll even hear women say, well, I carried that baby for 9 months. That's my baby. You understand? So we sort of have a preconceived notion towards us not mattering as much as the mother, which makes us concede or become submissive when it comes to situations where a father would be needed to insert themselves, right? So knowing your value and the role in the creation of life will help you have your value when it comes to decision making and such. Benefits of having a father while growing. So I guess as that relates to the value of a father, you want to understand what the benefits are of having a father growing up versus not. In my situation, it's funny because it's actually quite the opposite. So I don't understand or don't quite know I don't quite know what the value would be in having a father on a specific level in terms of my own experience, because I didn't have my father growing up. But ironically, it actually motivated me greatly to sort of step up and make sure that I was the best father that I could be for my children, and also make sure that I inspire other men to step up and be the best fathers that they can be. And a lot of it just comes again with understanding what happens to a child that does not have a father, and I kind of experienced that. Sorry to digress a little bit. And then I said tailor these things to your child. So what I mean by that, like once you understand the value that you have as a father, relate those things directly to your child, and that actually brings us sort of in a segue to what the next thing is. There's 4 things I wanted to touch on. Again, the first one was just try to be a father. Second one was understand your value, right? And the third one out of the 4 is manufacture happiness. The funny thing is I actually did a full video on this. So if you guys take a look at my page, you can see there's a video on manufacturing happiness, or manufacturing a bond between yourself and your child, where I just go into detail about how to do those things. You can literally create those things. But for the sake of how to be a great father and referencing that, I would say, number 1, watch my video. So watch that video that I just told you about manufacturing happiness. That will make sure to make you abreast on what I mean by that. Number 2, communicate with your children, right? So communicating with your children will do the most ever in terms of making you be a great father or a great parent. Understand that they play a role in what you're doing, and make them understand that. And what will happen is they'll actually become more confident in their decision making when it relates to something that helps what you're doing as a parent, or helps your parenting. You know what I mean? They feel good about themselves, about doing something to impress you. But just you understand, we all understand that as parents, that our children sometimes want to show off to impress us. Or even if you come to their school and they don't know that you're there, and they're reading, when they see you, they sort of want to they just want to impress you. Sometimes that can vary depending on how you treat your child. Some of them may not want to impress you, but for the most part, they will want to impress you. I would say take advantage of that and make them want to impress you by helping you be a better parent. Explain to them situations where you feel that you're not being the best parent you can be, or you would like their help with parenting in certain instances, right? I'm not saying allow them to set their own ground rules, like I only want to not use my game for 2 days, or you get what I mean, right? Next, improve your connection with the children. So I guess that goes alongside with communicate with the children. That will improve your connection. And by improve your connection, I more so mean just find out what they like, and make sure to be involved in it. You know what I mean? Or let them know that they mean the world to you. That's really what children want to know, is that they come before everything. Sort of like having a girlfriend or a wife, right? So incentivize yourself when it comes to doing for the children. So this was, sorry guys. So yeah, incentivize yourself when it comes to doing for the children. This was something that was sort of brought up on the video that I referenced, that you guys should watch, the Manufacture Happiness video, where you just sort of create incentivized situations for you to want to do for your children. So let's say you really like to do something. I don't know. Let's say you like playing the video game, right? I love playing the video game. I'm a gamer. If you're one of those guys where you don't care to be a father, or you don't care to, care for the child, or create these bonding moments, you got stuff you want to do. You want to watch the football game. You want to play the game. You want to, check your phone, whatever. Incentivize yourself by, offering yourself to do that after you do something with the child. So maybe say you want to play the game. You're like, okay, I'm going to play the game after I go, do this with my child. Or make like maybe a math quiz or a reading quiz for your child, give it to them to take it, and then go play the game, so that once you're done, you can check that, and you got that's what I mean when I say integrate the child into your life. That's what you really have to do when it comes to parenting. So now getting to the 4th thing, make your children your top priority. I guess if you do that, then obviously being a great father will kind of come secondhand. Justify your actions with the best interest of your child. So yeah, in making your child, when making your child your top priority, you want to always hold your chin up high with the ideology that you are doing what is best for your child. There's nothing you can't do when you're doing what is best for your child. You know what I mean? Think of it as like a get out of jail free card. There's nobody, as my son, if you guys heard him, there's nobody who can stop you or who should stop you in good faith when you're doing what is best for your child. You know what I mean? So try to use that as sort of a scapegoat. I would say as men, when you want to do, you want to do something for your child and you just having second thoughts, you're not sure, justify it with the fact that this is in the best interest of your child. Another note I had was, excuse me, be honest with yourself about your flaws and make them your strengths. So yeah, I mean, that goes a long way even outside of just parenting. But yeah, be honest with yourself about your flaws when it comes to your parenting. If there's something that you don't do right, or say like there's something you shouldn't be doing around your child, but you do it anyway. Say you curse around your child, or you curse at your child, or you smoke in front of your child or in the same room as your child, and you really shouldn't be doing it, but it's not something you really want to bring up or talk to anybody about. Be honest with yourself about it, you know what I mean? And just kind of sit down with yourself and decide whether or not you think that your child deserves better and you can offer them better, and just sort of make that decision for yourself. And again, justify the action with it being the best interest of your child, going back to the last thing. And the last note I have written was never be afraid to ask for help. And like I said, that goes a long way. If you're here watching this video, chances are you obviously were perusing or looking for assistance in being a better father, or just maybe wanting to check out my content, which I thank you for. But never being afraid to ask for help or search for help is the key. You guys are always welcome to hit me up. All of my forms of social media are advertised on majority of my videos and all my content, so feel free to reach out to me via any social media connection that I have available. I'm always there to help. Make sure that you guys visit your local law library if you need help with legal counsel or representing yourself legally, because a lot of times parenting, especially for fathers, can become more of a legality issue or have a lot more concerns as it relates to legal issues, just due to that whole lack of value of a father being affluent in people's minds and in our society in general. That's about all I got for you guys. But again, I just wanted to say to please remember to be positive, be optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle. Those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited in your future. Guys, also, please be aware that you can always support me at patreon.com/JGiddins. That's a website that, sort of a social website that's set up to allow people to be able to donate, whether it's $1, $2, whatever it is, just to support someone who's, I guess, sort of acting with a cause, which my cause is to promote fatherhood. So again, thank you guys so much. Patreon.com/JGiddins is the site you guys can visit for more help. There's several hashtags that you guys, I would want to check out. I always put one in the beginning of my videos, but if you check out hashtag JGiddensKids or just hashtag JGiddins the father, but JGiddins Kids will show all my children. That's my legacy as far as I'm concerned. I live for them. I would really appreciate you guys doing that. Again, be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle. I love you guys. It's your boy JGiddins out. I'm gonna go. All right, till next time.